Good afternoon, everybody. Evening, I guess. Late evening. Anyways, I hope you guys are excited about Kash Patel being confirmed today. I know I am. There were some senators, 5 of them, I couldn't name you their names because it was so pathetic, out there protesting Kash Patel's confirmation in front of the FBI building. There were 5. Nobody was there. Nobody cared. I think one of them was Adam Schiff. He's a treasonous bastard anyway, so it really doesn't matter. Seditious. Sorry, he's seditious. But Kash Patel getting through. This is actually kind of historical in a way. So most presidents throw up a bunch of people on a dartboard for confirmations, and on average they lose 3, right? Trump lost Gates before it even started, so that was 1. Everybody else got through. Now, I think Gates should have just stuck through it and tried. Yes, I get it. He was already a member of Congress. He already had a chance to talk to everybody. He thought he wasn't going to get the votes. I think Matt Gaetz would have been fantastic. But 1 loss out of all the confirmations, that ain't bad. So with this, Kash Patel getting into the FBI, I really do hope he declassifies lots of things. In my opinion, the FBI shouldn't exist anymore. It's really become something else. It's not the FBI I learned about in school. It was, flag waving, America first, FBI. No, that was thrown out the window when they went after J6ers. There are pictures of FBI agents pulling rifles on babies and cribs, going after J6ers. Whatever you think of January 6th, okay, it wasn't that bad. So the left likes to say cops were killed. Only 1 person was killed, Ashley Babbitt. And it's really is sad that officer should be arrested and tried and gone through the process, but it was, as the left would put it, mostly peaceful. I'm not saying that there wasn't some agitation. There were 2 stories to it. There were 2 sides of the Capitol building going on. You had people walking through, not looking. You had lectern guy. You had the shaman. There wasn't that much really going on other than people, but having the FBI hunt down these people, and some of them weren't even right. There was a lady in Alaska. She was raided by the FBI, and she wasn't even there that day. So it's become like the communist Cheka. The FBI just needs to be abolished. I hope Kash Patel works towards that. I mean, it would be great to see some of the nominees work towards, in all intents and purposes, losing their job, right? Department of Education needs to go. What a useless sack of shit that is. FBI needs to go. It has become so bad. But in other news, tonight, in about 6 minutes, is the USA versus Canada hockey game. Can't wait for that. If you're not a lover of hockey, it's still going to be a good game. Trump wrote a letter to the hockey team this morning. It was fantastic. Everybody's talking about Canada booing the national anthem, America booing the Canadian national anthem. Again, hockey tradition. I've been to a million hockey games, and that's always happened. Anytime I got into a hockey game where it's a Canadian team playing, everybody boos the Canadian national anthem. It's nothing new, but because tensions are so high with Canada and the U.S., Trump's rhetoric towards calling Canada the 51st state, which I think is hilarious. Canada is completely useless without us. They need us way more than we need them. Same goes with Mexico, but you can't make Mexico any more of a third world country than it already is, and Canada will be on the way if they want to fight with tariffs. It's that simple. So, anyways, the game probably could be really good. I can't wait to watch it. I will be watching it here shortly, so if I cut the video short, that is why. Other things I've seen today, Hamas, those filthy animals returning dead babies to Israel. I have no love for the Middle East, right? It again, in my opinion, the U.S. shouldn't be involved in any other country. None of my tax dollars should go to any other country. That includes Ukraine. But Hamas returning dead babies. I guess it really isn't even Hamas. They call them regular Palestinians. That just goes to show you that the whole area is savage animals, much like the communist street animals that I'm sure you might have seen or might not have seen in Colorado protesting, calling for the death of Elon and Trump. I'll get to that in a minute. But I don't see the ceasefire lasting longer than maybe a week, a couple of weeks. It's just an educated guess. I mean, that's cold. And some of these babies were picked up October 7th when Hamas started their attack and raid on Israel. And like I said, the people are calling them regular Palestinians. So what's irregular, right? And I mean, none of the other Muslim countries want these people. That's how bad they are. And it's just, that's messed up. Of course, the left doesn't care. Killing babies is in their nature. Like I said, any communist that wants to deplete the population, one, is definitely a communist, and two, is sick. You know, if you don't want children, take preventative measures to not have children. But if you do, you do. It's killing babies once they're born. It ain't right. It's just not right. But in other news, like I said, the protests in Colorado. If the right had done anything that the left is doing today, now I have no love for the GOP, especially the rhinos. I definitely have no love for the communist left. But they've somehow sent their street animals into Colorado, calling for the death of Elon and Trump. But if Republicans were marching in the street asking for the death of Vice President Dome and Sleepy Joe, the world would be up in arms. The news would constantly be talking about it. And that just goes to show there really is only a one-sided mainstream media. And they are looking like fools, you know, telling J.D. Vance free speech started the Holocaust, many other things. But it's almost like you have to do your own research in order to get the news. You can sift through the shit that is CNN. J.D. Vance on CNN, by the way, saying that Trump signed more executive orders than CNN has viewers. Fucking fantastic. Absolutely fucking fantastic. J.D. Vance, one of the best VPs I've seen in a long time. Hence had potential. Turns out he's a traitorous bastard, but, you know, such as politics. The turtle, Mitch McConnell, retiring. That opens up, there's a lot of stuff to be opened up here. But Mitch McConnell had to go. John Cornyn needs to go. And it looks like in polls that he's, in theoretical polls, that he could lose to the Texas AG in a primary. So Texas needs to primary this guy. And I will do what I can to boost that in any way in Texas here. But Mitch McConnell retiring allows for a true MAGA senator to take his place. Soft Lindsey Graham needs to go also, right? Blood red MAGA South Carolina needs to get rid of weak ass Lindsey Graham as soon as possible. Okay? And I think he's causing a divide between himself and Trump. And I think, if I remember correctly, I'll get Caleb on this later so I have more facts for the next video, that Elon had started a pact for primarying rhinos. I think that's a great idea, because they need to go. Should there be term limits in the Senate? Yes, absolutely. There's way too many geriatric fucks in there that have caused this nation way too many problems. Way too many problems. But it's looking like there's some real potential in the midterms. I really, really hope the American people go out there and vote. That's the biggest problem with conservatives, MAGA Republicans, is they don't vote in primaries. They need to. They need to go out and vote in their local elections. They need to go out and vote in their primaries and get rid of these fucking rhinos. Get rid of them as soon as goddamn possible. I really don't want to listen to Lindsey Graham bitch about Zelensky, how he's an ally, and all this shit. So get out there, vote in your primaries, get involved in your local government. I'm guilty of not doing this, but I think I'm going to start doing this in the future, getting involved in school board meetings, so on and so forth. But to end the day, we all know him, we all love him. He's the weakest communist you've ever met, David Hogg, right? Got put on as a vice chair for the DNC, already wrapped up in a money scandal, sending money to his own PAC. If you don't know who David Hogg is, he's about 10 pounds, about as big around as a stick, and he made himself famous on the backs of dead children. I can't remember. Caleb's not here, so I can't have him look it up, but I'll have him look it up for the future. There was a school shooting. He attended that school, but went home and then ran back to get his spotlight so that he could make himself into something. He's always been anti-gun, and he's just this weak, dumb little communist. And the DNC puts him on as a chair. Well, gets wrapped up in a money scandal right off the bat. The communists and the communist left, they're eating themselves. They're absolutely, it's a circular firing squad that, I mean, this Crockett broad, she's a congresswoman in Texas. The more she speaks, and I really hope people listen, because she is the motto for MAGA coming up in the midterms. So get out there, get involved in your local politics, get yourself educated on local politics, because that's where it starts. We all love discussing the federal level, but all your communist bullshit, all your communist teachers, your librarians, everybody that wants to push this transgender crap on kids, it all starts at the local level. So we need to get in there in the local level, get involved, and then work our way up. But get involved in your primaries. If you see a rhino, get them the fuck out. All right, I'm going to go watch America beat the shit out of Canada in hockey. Let's go USA. I'll see you guys soon.